My boys and girls, what is up, y'all? It's Kev Strength here, and welcome back to our second episode of our Big Cut series. A lot of people always ask, what do I take before the gym? Like, what's my pre-workout? Do I take creatine? Do I take protein? Do I take supplements? Am I on steroids? None of that. Literally, before my workout, all I have is a Monster can. That's it. 130, I think, 130 milligrams of Monster caffeine. That's it. For me, I'm a very anxious person, number one, so high caffeine drinks are not going to be good for me. Number two, I don't take steroids because if I took them, my brain would probably be fucked up because my shit's already fucked up. So imagine on steroids, it'd probably be double fucked up. So not for me. People who do take it, good on them. I love competitive bodybuilding. Ain't no problem on that. So what am I on? I'm on drugs, weed, Monster. Actually, I'm only on Monster. I used to smoke nicotine. Alright guys, I used to smoke nicotine obviously the disposables. I smoked it for 3 or 4 years straight. 3 or 4 years straight. If y'all want to know how I got started on it, it was on a cruise. My friend gave me a hit of the Juul. Ever since that, I was on it for 4 years straight through prep. It's so good because you don't want to eat and it suppresses your appetite. Boom. So that I want to eat and it suppresses your appetite. So it was it was a lifesaver on prep. But then I stopped 3 months ago. No, not 3, 1 month ago. So I'm 1 month cold turkey. Didn't use anything to replace it. So that shit was hard, not gonna lie. So my brain has been feeling a little bit of a fucked up because I haven't been using it. So my brain's like, damn, your shit feels different from 3 or 4 years of nonstop smoking that shit. Now you're off it. So I've been feeling a little stupid recently, but it's getting back there. But today we have legs, and before we kick off this leg day, I want to just spread a couple of messages to you guys. Something to think about while you're working out. Something to think about as you're growing, right? Number one is having respect for yourself. I tell this to everyone I know. There's 3 things when it comes to having respect for yourself. Number one, have respect for your time. I go to the gym at a certain time every single day. I don't care what someone else is doing. I don't care what time someone else is lifting. If I have a set time for myself to go somewhere and someone else is holding you back, you go, respect your own time, and finish your shit, right? That's one. Respect for your character. Don't let people disrespect you for no reason. I'm a person who, when it comes to meeting me face value, don't call me a kiss ass, but I'm more of, I love feeling empathy for every person around me. If something's going on to someone, I'll fucking feel that. I'll feel that emotion, and I'll feel so bad for them that it's starting to affect my ass, right? So for me is when I meet someone, I agree with everything they say. I don't like causing disagreements. It's just the kind of person I am. But in my head, I'm analyzing you. I'm seeing the kind of person you are, how you treating me, and it plays a difference in the future, right? So you have to have respect for your time. You have to respect for your character. And like I said, have respect for your kindness. Don't let your kindness go too far. If you see someone, taking you for granted and whatnot, make sure you put people in their place. Have some respect for yourself. It goes a long way. It really does. I have a notes app here where I always sit down. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. I spoke to Cam about this before. That notes app is like a lifesaver. Anytime I have a good idea, anytime I have a thought that I want to say out loud but I don't say it, it goes in my notes app. But yeah, so I feel like having respect for yourself doesn't mean be cocky, be a dickhead to people. It just means just to wake up, wake yourself up. I like to tell people this. That's why you see it in my TikTok videos all the time. I say wake the fuck up. The reason I'm saying these kind of things is because I want you just to understand that, well, number one, have that fucking respect for yourself. Don't let anyone disrespect you. Number two is when it comes to opportunities. You don't know how, I feel like at least 10 times in your day, there's a fucking opportunity right in front of you. It's right there. You have to open your mind and think about it. You know how many opportunities have passed you in your life that you don't even fucking know of? I'll give you an example. If I didn't create that one video down here in the dungeon before, if I stayed at home instead and felt lazy that day, felt sick, felt tired that day and didn't want to go, I would never be in the position that I've got to right now if I never did that. You have to understand every little step that you do. And I don't know what effect it's called. There's an effect name to it. but where every little thing that you do in your life matters and it's for a reason, that shit is real. So if you put yourself in front of those opportunities as much as you possibly can, imagine you're putting yourself in an opportunity every single moment of the day. Boom, boom, boom. I just inserted myself into this conversation and I just got another opportunity from it. Imagine you did that every single day, multiple times. Do you know how much better your life would become slowly, slowly, slowly? That's why I like to say that whenever there's an event or something, and as someone that comes from social anxiety of not wanting to fucking meet people, forcing myself to do those things has put me in better situations. Sure, some of them led to shit situations, awkward situations, meeting the wrong people, but it's just benefited me more than it's affected me. The last thing I want to speak to you guys is stop running away from your opportunities. Stop running away from them. You're presented so many good things in your life, and sometimes you're scared to do it, or it's just not for you. Try it anyways. How does that hurt you? Try it anyways. Be your full, real self, and I promise you it will pay off. I used to be in my room all the time, always fucking complaining to myself. I was like, Kevin, you'll do this shit tomorrow. You're a fucking piece of shit. Let me look down on my stomach. Why do you keep doing this to yourself over and over and over and over again? And it was about time that I finally stood up for myself. I said, wake the fuck up, right? Which is why I say it all the time. Wake the fuck up, Kevin. Go do your shit. Go do your fucking shit. If you're feeling lazy, if it's too much work, just fucking do it anyways. It'll only benefit you. I promise you guys. So with that in mind, sorry for yapping, but let's have a great fucking leg day. This is going to be a Dorian Yates style leg day, and why I say that is because we're doing the workout that he has on his, I don't know, it's on the website, so I hope it's his. But I used to watch all his training videos. It's going to be hype. It's going to be intense. We're going to have some badass fucking music to it. So let's get fucking nasty, y'all. I don't think you guys know how happy I am to have this damn machine finally down here in the dungeon. So, bless up to whoever got this machine down here. I freaking love it. This one we could do both, so we can do inner and outer. I told y'all last episode that I like to start with something like this before I go into my heavy movements on legs. Just helps me warm up the legs and feel more comfortable when I'm pushing in this position so I don't get injured and my legs are warmed up. So let's start with the warm up, and then we'll get into 1 or 2 heavy sets per position, and then we'll move into our top set on the heavy shit. So let's get into it. Hey, how you doing? Okay.
My mom was an addict and pop one there. And trust me, I still ain't care. My stepdad came in, showed me the ropes, and he died, and it's messed up, ain't it? I know how I feel when your house supposed to be a home and you feel like it's nowhere to go. I know how I feel when you try your house.
Into my top sit here, so usually I go, this is the heaviest weight they have on it. I like to squeeze, control. I go 2 seconds in, 1 second pause, and then kind of go out. It's good to feel the contraction rather than just squeezing. But one of my all-time favorite leg workouts. So let's get into it.
This all year and you still got nothing to show. I never thought I could be anybody but a nobody. God had to prove me wrong. I never thought I'd be able to jump on stage and people would know my song. I spent 22 years in this world and I'm hoping I still got 22 more on the clock. My little sister is 19, just had a baby that nobody told me about. My calls been going to voicemail. How I'ma call on you and you never can answer. As soon as my life going good, it seemed like another person diagnosed with cancer. Nobody told me that kids like me grew up with aces, die way faster. So maybe I'm already cooked. It feel like my life a disaster. It feel like I'm cursed or trapped in a cycle of life where I never could win. I'm used to the hurt. I'm trapped in a cycle of pain where it never can end. I've been on the other side. Nobody told you the grass ain't green as it seems. I gotta go hard. The burdens of all of my brothers been living through me. I do it for all of my homies and most of the people who told me I could. I help anybody that I can. I know they ain't do it for me and I should. I'm sure.
Alright, so now that the legs are feeling a little more warmed up, I want to get into the harder stuff. So we're going to be doing a barbell squat. Usually I'll squat with the belt, number 1, and I'll squat with sleeves. But today I want to practice more on my stability on my core, and same with my knees. It's good to work it without a belt and sleeve sometimes, just to really work your actual joints and your core. So we're gonna be doing one full, so what I like to do, because I feel like I can push myself to that failure limit on squats, I like to push myself to one set for at least 6 reps and higher. So it's a failure set that I know is gonna be hard to get 6 with the weight I choose, but I can possibly push for more. I love leaving room for more so that I can actually push the failure. So I'm gonna do something that's gonna be a good thing where I fail around 6 and push for more. So let's get some warm-ups going and then jump right into our top set, beltless and shitless.
On my dog, I hold on way to his life and it do feel good. As long as they smiling, I'm happy. They ask what I changed it, I was. My mom was an addict and pop one there. And trust me, I still ain't care. My stepdad came in, showed me the ropes and he died and it's messed up, ain't it? I know how I feel when your house supposed to be a home and you feel like it's nowhere to go. I know how I feel when you try your hardest all year and you still got nothing to show. I never thought I could be anybody but a nobody. God had to prove me wrong. I never thought I'd be able to jump on stage and people will know my song. I spent 22 years in this world and I'm hoping I still got 22 more on the clock. My little sister is 19, just had a baby that nobody told me about.
So we're about to get into our top set, which is 3 plates, or maybe 3.5. We'll see how much fits on this bar with the plates we have. I'm excited to do a full set to failure. Another news, I know Shizzy just won his show, Sean. Very happy for him. He's another person who I feel like, wears their, I guess, emotion on their sleeve, which means you can kind of tell what they're feeling when you see him. Very proud of him, for finally, competing, and he did it really amazing. He finally got the results that I think he deserved originally. His posing got way better. Very happy for him. Very big W for the natty community. So much shit about this natty or not with Alex and all this bullshit, but there's a lot of great natural bodybuilders. You won't really see them on Instagram, and I'm the first to tell you, there are so many people with a better physique than me that don't even fucking post. If you watch any good WNBF show, those naturals look fucking insane. They're just not on Instagram. Example of someone who is on Instagram. Jacob Delora, The Brinks. Amazing, one of the best natural physiques I've seen. But then you gotta understand there's people levels above of him. Just better and better and better. So I think the bodybuilding community needs to, which is what I'm trying to do with my Controlled Insanity, is really have those athletes stand out and help them get their personalities out, because it's hard for people to open up. So, I'm trying to give them the respect that they deserve. Like I said, remember how important that respect is in yourself. So I feel like those people, deserve to be seen a lot more. And usually they have some great story behind it, and I like to tell those stories. People ask me to describe Controlled Insanity, I tell them we're a storytelling brand. We tell everyone's story. And it's all real shit. Every single video you've seen on Controlled Insanity has been real shit from someone on the team, which is one of my, I guess, something I'm most proud of. So, enough talking, let's get into our top set. Remember, 1 set until failure. Let's get nasty. Come on. Okay, I think I took one of those reps a little wrong. My left lat just fucking locked. Ow. But let me sit down and reset and restart this shit. So now we're in leg extensions. I think these are in all my leg days. And sorry about the squat set there. I'm not one to usually quit on a workout, but my left lat right now is so fucked. So after this workout, I'm gonna figure out what the problem was, but that's not gonna stop me from finishing my workout. Let's get intense, let's get hype. We have 2 working sets here. As you guys will see as I go through my set, I like to hold until you hit the top, and slowly bring it back down. So, let's get into it. Set number 1. As you can see, we're not doing this kind of music. One of those in my head kind of nights. But like I was saying, I am going to Canada tomorrow. Hopefully we're gonna see Quentin out there. He's got Controlled Insanity. And also, we might go fishing. Which, first of all, if any of y'all have any advice for someone who only lifts how to fish, because apparently there's salmon out there or something. That's what my friend told me, at least. So y'all are gonna see me fish. I'm gonna record it, I'm gonna vlog it. But it's probably cold as shit out there, so we're bringing a jacket. But just very excited for, I guess you could say, this year, this end of this year, and next year. For all my YouTubers, fans, not fans, but y'all know who the fuck y'all are. For all of y'all who are watching here, we have a big ass, we only do 1 sale for Controlled Insanity in the year, and it's gonna be this Black Friday sale, so I'm finally excited to bring you guys, all the clothing we've done at a discount. So for people who couldn't afford it before, now you finally can. But not only are we gonna do a discount, we're gonna re-release not every single, but most of the favorite pieces that we've done throughout the year where that's sold out and people really want. We're gonna re-release them, not at regular price, but at a discounted price. So now you can get your favorite shit, but also you can get them cheaper. So I'm very excited to do this, and I'm very excited to start next year. We're going somewhere international. We're doing an international Controlled Insanity trip. International Controlled Insanity trip. We go on a trip every damn month with this brand, and I fucking love it. Where does my money go? Where does the money I make go? We go on a trip and we make an even fucking better video. Where does my money go that month, the next month? We go to an even better place and we make an even better fucking video. I want to make a damn movie by the end of this fucking year, so stay tuned for that. But let's get into our last set. Back in the zone, lock in. We have a pro card to win. Shizzy, congratulations. I love you, but I'm coming. Pause. Yeah. Also, y'all, I turned 24 in February, so my life ends pretty soon, y'all. So let's hop into this final shit. Had a fucking back spasm again. Let's go pose these shits. Let's go pose. All right, y'all. Holy fucking Is this blurry as shit or is my shit dirty? Hold up. Let me clean the shits out of this. I treat my camera like shit. I gotta start. Oh, I think I just dropped. I think the lighting is just ass. But anyways, we just finished our workout. And we're sitting here by the beautiful bay. I'm looking at the bridge, the water. Getting back to my roots of, I don't know, my love for bodybuilding. I've never lost love for it. I think it's something that's slowly been growing on me over the last couple of years, as it's just kind of like one of my obsessions. As I don't think new people know a lot about my anxiety, but I have a really bad, well, it used to be really bad. You know, remember, your words are very powerful. I don't have it really bad. It used to be really bad. I used to have really bad anxiety, my OCD, and my mind would pick a certain thing in life, right? And it would stick to it. For example, let me give you guys an example so you guys kind of know, and maybe you're dealing with something similar. So maybe you won't feel like you're fucking crazy, right? Wrong? Okay. So, I used to be, like, my mind would just fixate on one thing, and usually it would be stuff that's very normal or natural. Number one, breathing. So, my mind would fixate on manually breathing, and all day I would be manually fucking breathing, and it would just feel like shit. It would feel like I'm not getting enough air in, and all I would be focused on was internal breathing. So that means everything that was outside of my, like, my body felt like I wasn't living it. It honestly felt like I was stuck inside my fucking own body, fixating on one little thing. And when it wasn't my breathing, it would move on to something like my swallowing. I would swallow over and over and holy fucking pause. I would swallow over and over because my mind would just fixate on me having to swallow. So it would feel like your throat's getting a little dry and shit, so now you have to swallow. So it would be over and over and over and over again. And it would move to different, like, little quirks in my life, right? And I finally learned how to, I would say, shift my anxiety, right, my obsession, to something that's more healthy. And that's why a lot of people are like, the gym isn't that deep, the gym isn't that much. It is that much, because now my fucking obsessive anxiety doesn't have to fucking bother and ruin my entire day, but instead it shifts to something more healthy, which is the gym, which is good habits, which is setting a routine, which is being a better fucking person. So is the gym that deep to other people? Maybe not, but to me it means a lot. And I hate when I have a couple comments on Instagram where it's like, it's not that deep, the gym's not that deep, you're just lifting. Good for you, right? Everyone has their own opinions, their own perspectives. Why do you have to bash on another person's beliefs? You don't like, that's the thing about me. You'll never see me bashing somebody else. Ever. And this isn't to sound cocky or fucking arrogant or anything, but I wish there were more people like me in this world. I really do. Like, I wish everyone in this world had this kind of empathy for other people, that people have their own fucking problems. They have their own issues in life. You don't need to fucking bash on another person to make yourself feel better. If that sounds cocky, I'm sorry. But that's the reality of shit. You don't have to bash on another person to feel better about yourself. And that's something we see a lot in the fitness industry, right? And you see me with Controlled Insanity trying to make a difference. I'm always going to stick to my roots. If it doesn't get views, if it doesn't do anything, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to stick to my views because I know what it feels like to let something take you away from your goal and your passion. Let me give you an example. Sorry I'm yapping. This is supposed to be the end of the video. Sorry I'm yapping, but let me give you an example. You get a shit ton of money, right? You start working towards something, you get a shit ton of money. You put in a lot of work for it, you get a shit ton of money, and that money starts to change you. It starts to take you away from your core beliefs and your core life, and it completely just disassembles you as a person. That's how I like to see money. I feel like money is, people say it all the time, the root of all evil, but I really do feel like it disassembles people. It makes them into something they're not, right? And I've had situations in my life where, money is coming in, right? I used to struggle with money so much in my life, and it was very, I think it was my number one stress factor. I used to live in a one-bedroom apartment with my mom, my dad, and my sister. My parents were immigrants. There was cockroaches all over that motherfucker. Me, my mom, and my sister would share a bed because at the time my mom and dad were getting divorced, so my dad would sleep on the couch. So it would be us three on the bed. I was still peeing myself till I was fucking 10 years old. And it it was terrible in the sense of the living conditions, but I still had a great life because of the love I had around me. So I'm not going to sit here and say I had a terrible childhood, because I had love around me, and that was the only thing that mattered to me. But what I'm trying to say here about the money is, you know, you work so hard for something, and then people see you getting something, so they automatically treat you different. And it's not in the good way that you would expect someone to treat you, like, oh, you know, this person's making money, let's, like, they're, you know, I'm happy for them, good for them. No, it's more on the bitter side of things. It's more on the you know, now you don't have to do anything, now you don't have to work, now you don't have to do this. But where were you, right? Where were you when I had to go to the, like, let me tell you guys what I did for the last 2 years. I hope you guys understand. I would wake up, I would fucking do all my research. I do so much research on, number one, bodybuilding. I'd go to my 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs, right? I used to work at Amazon at 5 in the fucking morning every day till 9. Then I'd go, I have a class right after online, right? It was online. Then I'd go to my second job, and then I'd go in school for my next job. I'm at my next class, like it was an in-person class. And then I'd go to the dungeon at night, my gym, right? I'd go to the dungeon at night, my gym, at 12 o'clock at night, and I would stay there till 4 in the fucking morning. 4 in the morning. To get my videos done, number one. To shoot videos for the next couple of days, number two. And then I'd go right to work right after. So where were you when I had to do all that work? Right? But no, now you don't have to do anything, Kevin. Now you have a business and it's so easy for you. But where were you for those 7 or 8 years of my life when I had to struggle and do all that shit on my own, when no one else was there for me? Right? Think about that. This ties into what I told you guys in the beginning. If you're not out there looking for an opportunity every second of the day, shit is not going to come to you. Nothing is going to come to you. And I spoke to someone before about having a girlfriend about an age. And like I've said this before, women at this age are fucking distractions. And I bet you any smart man will tell you that. You know why? Because when you do better yourself in your life, if you have a shitty life, right? Let me tell you this. If you have a shitty life, and I'm not talking about having so much money and I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about if you're not like if your confidence is low, if you don't have a good body because you don't feel confident in yourself, all that stuff, right? Then you won't attract things. But once you start working on yourself, get smarter, go to the gym, get in healthier shape. I don't care if you're a bodybuilder or not. You don't got to be a bodybuilder. Get in better shape. Set a routine for yourself. Be a more cleaner person. Be a more happier person. And I promise you that energy attracts all the stuff that you want in your life. I promise you. I promise you. I'm sorry for yapping this long, but just some things that were in my head and I had to tell you guys. But I just want you guys to avoid the mistakes I've made in my life and that I continue to make. That way, you don't have to face all this shit. But I will say this. Sorry, last thought. But I will say this. Without failure, there is no success. Without feeling losing, without feeling being at the bottom of the barrel, you will never truly understand what it's like to be happy. I promise you that. I love you guys.